while we're talking about Pico Alto, why not explain what type of wave it is? It's from what I can remember to it. You can sort of because I had Miguel to lead in a heat, and I remember I was sitting outside, and he was just picking off these inside waves and going to town doing snaps. But it seems like you could sit outside and wait to get like a little chip, but you could also the ones that didn't cap out there would sort of roll through and then come on jack up on the inside. So give us a little bit of a run through of the wave that Pico Alto is.
It's crazy because Pico Alto sometimes looks like a mushy wave, but then when you're out there, you kind of feel the power, and we have already a lot of stories about two-wave hold down because it's really, really deep, And at the same time, you can wait for waves outside, like you said, get the chip, and some of those waves, the biggest waves, are not as hollow and pocket shape, when it comes all the way to the I don't know what's the word, but it has like
the inside.
To the inside, yeah. The bottom has a really good, when the waves come and on high tide, you can see that they wait, they hold, and then they get this amazing shape, and it's kind of like a long wave. That's what we like because it's not just a drop. You can get maybe 2 or 3 drops. You have the big wall. You can do turns, and lately we've been getting the toe boards because we wanted to do turns out there, because it's a super nice wall. And besides that, you can get lefts too. Not much wall, but you can get some lefts, and usually it's a little bit bumpy, so because of the wind, and it's a little bit hard sometimes to make the drop and knife and start, getting your line. But we really enjoy that wave because it's really we feel it like a really powerful wave, and when it gets big and with the right conditions, you can feel the energy that this wave gives you. So it's cool.
Yeah, I can vouch for it. It's a legitimate wave. It's and like you say, it has those little sections. It's nearly like Mavericks. Mavericks you can chip in and take the drop in the bowl. But if you want to get over that next section, it'll give you a chance to go along and pull into like the little inside barrels or go in the phlegm balls there. So it gives you opportunities to keep riding it, and that sort of reminds me of what Pico Alto does sometimes. I remember that wave, the last WSL contest there where Makua got the chip in on the outside, and as he was coming on the inside, he fully free fell and nearly planted on his face, but then connected and got a really good wave on the inside. And so, what a cool wave.
And that day, also Twiggy got a huge wave outside that didn't have that shape. It was more like an outside wave, a little more mushy, and that's how it works. Sometimes with lower tide, the waves break really far out, and sometimes it doesn't have that amazing shape of like hollow but I remember one time that we had the juniors, the ISA junior ISA games here, and Cajea was here coaching, Cajea Hart, and he the waves were huge. It dialed up with a really big swell, and he told me the very day that was big, he was like, "Oh, we went for a paddle out there, Pico Alto, to see how it was, to get a couple waves, and it was solid, it was 20 foot, some 25 footers, and we didn't." And winter time, the worst part of our winter is that we get a lot of fog, and sometimes you can't see land at all, and you're out there by yourself. So he was like, "Oh, I couldn't see, we didn't know where to sit, and there was these huge waves coming up." So for Cajea to have that impression of a big wave, it assures that it's a solid wave, and it gets you a little bit scared because there's a lot of water moving, and that's what we like from Pico Alto. There's a lot of water and energy out there.